401k limits for 2025, Stellantis to lay off 1,100 workers, and Nissan to lay off 9,000 workers. Today, I read an interesting article on CNN.com written by Gian Ciotti titled, "What the New 401k Limits and Other Changes Mean for Your Retirement." According to the author, next year, you will be allowed to save a little more in your 401k on a tax-deferred basis. The new contribution limit will be $23,500, up from $23,000 in 2024. The IRS did not increase the catch-up contribution for 2025. It remains at $7,500. Here are my thoughts. With the retirement crisis that we are experiencing here in America, which is well documented, I think the government should allow people to contribute more to their 401k if they can afford to do so. A measly $500 increase is nothing in a world where everything is insanely expensive. There are a lot of people who are 50 and older that need to do a lot of catching up because they couldn't afford to put money away when they were younger. While $7,500 catch-up contributions are nice, they should be higher in my opinion. I suppose very few people care about any of this though. The author of this article went on to reference Vanguard, who reported that only 14% of people maxed out their 401k savings in 2023. I'm sure many Americans don't have the means to do this. Many are struggling just to survive every month. Isn't it scary to think about all of the Americans who are working full-time to survive right now? What in the world are they going to do when they aren't bringing home a full-time income anymore? Social Security isn't going to cut it. You could lose sleep over this. I worry about what the future holds for people when they reach an age where they can't physically work anymore. I read some of the comments beneath this article. I'll share some of them with you. The first commenter said, "The entire concept of IRAs and 401ks is flawed. Congress attempts to entice people to save more for retirement, and then turns around and kneecaps those same savings programs by limiting the amount people can save taxes on. Chances are that even those that max out the savings in their accounts probably won't save or earn enough via investments to afford to retire comfortably." The next commenter said, "My advice to anyone starting out in the workforce is to save something. Most people should be able to afford $40 a week and put that into an index fund like the S&P. It is also a way to defer income taxes, however small. The plan should then be to increase in increments when someone gets a raise in pay. Something is better than nothing." The last comment that I'll share with you came from someone who said, "Virtually every government policy punishes the responsible and rewards the irresponsible. They eventually will eliminate Social Security for the rich, who prepared for their retirement. At that point, only those who need Social Security will receive it. In other words, Social Security will become a welfare program. The whole point of Social Security was to run it as a quasi-pension program so that old people could retire with dignity. They won't be able to retire in dignity when the program becomes an outright welfare program." I read some bad news in an article today on FoxBusiness.com. This one was written by Daniela Genovese, titled, "Stellantis to lay off 1,100 workers indefinitely." According to the author, Stellantis is indefinitely laying off more than 1,100 employees at its Jeep assembly plant in Ohio, as the automaker significantly reduces its inventory levels to match demand. The layoffs will be effective as of January 5th. Here are my thoughts. This is sad to hear about. My heart goes out to these workers and their family members. It gets cold in Ohio during the winter. It's not good to be laid off in the dead of winter when you have expensive gas bills to worry about. No one wants to be out interviewing for new employment in the middle of winter either. I've never been to Toledo, Ohio, where these people are getting laid off, but I did a quick search on Indeed.com today to see what kind of jobs are available there. There were quite a few job openings, such as a production supervisor at a material science company that has a starting pay of $70,000. There was also a mechanical machine assembler that pays between $20 to $30 per hour, a production supervisor position that pays between $60,000 to $70,000. There was a general laborer opening at a sign company that pays between $15 to $20 per hour, and a packing line worker that pays $18.50 per hour. Here's the thing though, when 1,100 people all get laid off at the same time and they go out looking for work, this could create a tough job market. There may only be so many good jobs around. I read some of the comments beneath this article. I'll share some of them with you. The first commenter said, "First Nissan, now Stellantis. More to come. In my view, car makers have exceeded the ability of the consumer to purchase cars due to outrageous pricing. This is going to have a major impact on our economy." The next commenter said, "Trump will face an economic mess when he takes office. I voted for him and breathed a sigh of relief when he won this time. That said, it will take a massive, highly creative effort to right this ship of state. Can he do it in 4 years? Who knows?" The last comment that I'll share with you came from someone who said, "With the base price of a Jeep Wrangler at $50,000 for a bare bones model, what did they expect to happen?" I'm curious, what do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. I read another article today about layoffs. This was on foxbusiness.com, written by Elizabeth Pritchett, titled, "Nissan to cut 9,000 jobs, reduce CEO's monthly pay by 50% as company faces severe situation." According to the author, Nissan Motor Company announced it will be taking urgent measures to turn around its business model after results from the first half of fiscal year 2024 showed decreased consolidated net revenue and global sales volumes and an operating profit margin of 0.5%. Nissan will cut global production capacity by 20% and its global workforce by 9,000. Well, my friends, this appears to be a sign of the times. I hate to hear about this. This could have an effect on local businesses. When people get laid off and have less money to spend at local businesses, this could impact a lot of people. I read some of the comments beneath this article. The first commenter said, "The issue is to make a quality product at an affordable price for the masses, rather than a few very high-priced loaded vehicles for the few who can afford such." I'm going to chime in about that comment. I remember when my neighbor had a Datsun back in the early 80s. That was before Nissan. That car was very basic. It was a stick shift and had crank-up windows. It was very reliable and got great gas mileage. Gone are the days of these simple vehicles for everyday people. Getting back to the comments, the next person said, somewhere around 2000, Nissan quality started to go away. They used to be almost up to par with Honda and Toyota as far as reliability, but not anymore. The last comment that I'll share with you came from someone who said, like most car manufacturers, Nissan injected a disproportionate amount of money into electric vehicles before the mainstream was ready for it. Well, my friends, these commenters always have interesting things to say. What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. If you would like to become a channel member, there is a link in the description beneath this video. You can read more about the different membership levels. Please also check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.